Hey, welcome back to the Disney Dudes podcast. We are here with episode number 48 or 40, who knows. We have a special guest with us yet again, the Walt Disney World beer guy, Rick. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm happy to be back and always ready to talk Disney and beer and drinks.
Oh my gosh. The trifecta, Disney, beer, and drinks. Even though beer is, never mind, I digress. But no, we are down one man. We are a man down. And like my wife and my father-in-law, that side of the family, that apparently I'm a brother from another mother or sister from another mister, because my wife, her side of the family, and my in-laws, they're the drinkers. They're the Catholics. And I get along with them famously, right? And my in-law always says, never leave a wounded soldier. You never leave a soldier behind. And to cheers you, I'm going to go with a Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I'm going to pop the top, and
awesome.
We're gonna get into it. Yeah,
I'm ready.
But basically, well, the man down I was alluding to, I'm sure you already figured it out, but I lost track of what I was saying because ADHD is a real thing. Taylor's having apparently he texted me before we got on here, and of course I text you or sent you a message and said, hey, yeah, so about that whole episode thing, we planned that I've already rescheduled 40 times already. Might be. Just wait 10 more minutes. No, my internet went out. And then Taylor said, sorry, man, it hit the fan. Pure chaos at my house with under 2 years of age and under and daughters. I have one. I can't imagine. So,
well, you'll just have to drink for him.
Exactly. I may have to step away from that third beer because I may have had one before we got on.
Well, if I remember correctly, you're a Panthers fan, right?
Unfortunately.
So you got your win today, which was
we did get our win, and the Texans did whatever they could with that defensive end jumping the gun. I'm like, come on, you won 3. You got 3 wins. You're 500.
Yeah.
I mean, that was their total win total all of last season for the Texans. Right?
Yeah, the kicker was confident though. He said, "Don't worry about it. I'll kick it." That was good.
Exactly, just easy, fine. It's a chip shot. I was a kicker in high school, and even in those pressure situations, if you're calm, cool, and collected, which was not me, you're doing something right. But he won the game, and Bryce Young got all the glory. You know.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Now, who is your team? Who is your team? Are you Ravens? Because you're back.
Yeah, I'm in Maryland, so I'm a Ravens season ticket holder. So they've been up and down this year. They have a good record, but they've been up and down. So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. Well, must be nice to know what winning is like, because between in Maryland, the Terrapins are having a decent season. They're not having a bad season, and I grew up going to Clemson games. When they're in the ACC and watching, we used to see Maryland at least every other year. Now, I'm a Gamecock, but I was raised to be a Tiger, which is unfortunate for anyone listening. I'm sorry. But
I know about that rivalry. So, I don't know how that happened. I know that rivalry. Wow.
Yeah. The sad thing for me is you said, "Oh, the Panthers." I'm like, is Rick trying to? Oh, okay. He's spitting some game here. Okay. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, because
I was happy. I was watching today going, yeah, he's going to be in a good mood. They got to win. That's great.
No, especially. But I still have PTSD because I'm a Gamecock. And every team I pull for, just apparently when I leave the room, they do something great. When I come back in, they just fumble, hand the ball off to the other team, spot them a few points, intentional grounding. I'm just the kiss of death. But whatever.
That's what they make. That's why beer's available. That's why we drink beer.
Cheers to many beers. Absolutely. Misery loves company yet again. I'll tell you, man. So what beyond just living our lives, going to the parks, I'll tell you something, at least on my end, between me and my bride, this will be her 3rd time at the parks this year, a record-breaking 3 times in 1 year, because, we're in the upstate of South Carolina, near in Spartanburg, in between Charlotte and Greenville, South Carolina, right? And she went for a girls' trip. She and I did another one of the Run Disney races. I was trying to get in touch with you to say, hey, we're here, and I know the planets don't align, given all that. But this will be our third time coming up, and our countdown, like you were mentioning before we hit record, 7 days. You've seen some of the reels, and it is real.
Uh-oh. Here it
Look
comes.
who's here. Uh-oh. The prodigal son
Holy
returns.
Smokes.
I'm going to give you the thumbs down on this appearance. Are you here with us?
I'm here. How are y'all
Who
doing?
is this guy?
Doing great.
Holy smokes.
Hey, do you have your drink handy? Your Bartles and James, your Smirnoff Ice? Are we good, Taylor? Are we good? See, the backdrop no one can see. That's your favorite person behind you over here.
Yes, my favorite person behind. Yeah, we're good. It's just been it's been a chaotic night so far.
Okay. No, we're recording, as you know. We're in it to win it.
Yeah, I
And
know.
we
This is what my night has felt like right here. The drop right at the end of Splash Mountain, or what used to be Splash Mountain.
an endless loop of Splash Mountain.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hopefully we can get you to hear the baseline tap house.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. That'd be a first night.
That's right. Jollywood nights. That's our last night, his first night. And
Awesome.
yeah, it's going to be incredible. But no, before I hit record, I told Rick that there were a couple of things that I needed to fess up to, that I needed to admit, that I needed to own up to. Basically, I mean, when am I not displaying Bush League, type content,
Yeah.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to date back, Rick, before we jump into the latest with anything beer related in the parks, because I'm all ears for there. Get it? All ears. Like, okay.
Got it.
Sorry, should have warned. Yeah, exactly. Taylor, humor me. Okay, you're late. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Gotcha. Nice to meet you, Taylor.
You're required to laugh at all jokes now.
I know. That's
Exactly.
true.
All right, Mariah Carey, buckle up. You ready for this one? No. Given this, Em and I and we talked about it last time we spoke with you, Rick, the monorail bar crawl, right?
Yes.
And you gave me suggestions, and Em and I we started out at the Trader Sam's. Trader Sam's was incredible.
Uh-oh.
Favorite of all time, and we're taking the family week after next. This video pause. Sorry, of internet freezing up. I like this. Okay, Ann, it's your turn. But no, we did the monorail crawl, and we went from Trader Sam's, Enchanted Rose, and then circled our way back to Steakhouse 71.
Nice.
Grab a little bite to eat, and we had dinner reservations that night, I think at 8:30 at Storybook Dining at Artist Point, right? But I didn't realize how down the monorail crawl I had been until I had some of their peanut butter wings or their PB&J wings in the lounge right there, which were killer, out of this world.
Yeah.
I stand up and I go, oh, so we're done for the night, right, Em? Abbott, we still have to go to our character dining. We're meeting your favorite Dopey and Snow White and the Evil Queen. And I'm like, oh, shit. And because I'm just cheap. And I was like, here, you know what, honey? I love you. Hold my hand. Oh, no. I needed that steady hand. I needed that hand to walk me to the boat that took the ferry that took you to Fort Wilderness, because we get there and Em goes, ooh, they have a I wish I could remember, on the way to Storybook Dining, there's a bar. I cannot remember the name of the bar.
The
as soon as you walk in the
Territory
main
Lounge.
entrance. Yes.
Territory Lounge.
Yes. They had like a s'mores old fashioned.
Yes.
And that thing was the beginning of the end of my night. Because Em said to me at dinner, I said to her, hey, when is Dopey going to come out? She goes, you dope? You took a picture with him 10 minutes ago. And I went, oh, okay.
Oh,
You can
yeah, we
finish
need
my
to see
drink.
that picture. We need to see that picture.
Exactly.
Well, okay. You know what? That's an after. That's B-roll right there. That's straight B-roll.
Fair enough.
But
Fair enough.
I want to. My point being is that I want to fess up to being not a true Disney dude, but just being a Bush League guy that just couldn't handle. And I paced myself, but I'm realizing that age is a real thing. Age before beauty, always. But at the same time, and it wasn't that bad. But I just knew, like, yeah, this isn't good. And we were rope dropping Animal Kingdom the next day.
Ooh,
I never want to go through that again. And we suck it up, Buttercup. We powered through Hair of the Dog because it was just Disney, well, adult Disney, right? But man, I have to fess up. I told Taylor, but I don't think I've mentioned on podcast. Ooh, it was rough. Oh man, it was never again. So my apologies to anyone that has been there, or Misery Loves Company yet again. Commiserate.
Yeah.
Or was next to you that night at dinner, right?
I may have been sitting with another woman that resembled my wife. It could have been like a mop. You know? Let's go dancing. But
Well, then the next one you have to try is the Skyliner crawl, because there's a lot of stops there, and you end the night on the boardwalk, so you can
oh wow,
go to the Jelly Rolls Piano Bar, Atlantic Dance Hall, and that one is a little later because you stay up later on that one.
That's it. Okay. Well, I did see a picture online of, I don't know if it was one of the Skyliner bar crawls, but it was like a line. At least it looked like, now forced perspective, Disney, this and that, but it looked like 100 people in line at the Pedals bar at Pop Century. Is that the name of it? Pedals?
Yeah, Pedals. They did a Halloween costume crawl on the Skyliner.
Oh,
D3 drinkers. Yeah.
Oh, D3. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yep.
The coins and all that fun stuff with
Yes.
Benny.
Yeah.
Benny. That's right.
So, yes.
That's it. Nice. Oh, have to get me one. Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, this one's been around the world.
My mom actually just joined the D23 drinkers.
All right.
She's on the group.
She's on the group, and she's got her and my mother-in-law the challenge coins.
Oh,
well, you just let everybody know that you don't have coins. So if you're down there and they see you, you know the deal, right? If they challenge you, well, if you don't have your coin, then you got to buy them drinks.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just told everybody here you don't have a coin when you're going down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't have a coin. I'm not a part of it, but I will get one.
When 2 margaritas in Mexico together cost a total of $30, and that's my budget for the day, I'm good. Good. So you do the math with like 10 people. But anywho, so Rick, let's jump into it. I have 7 days from tonight. 7 days from tonight, I'm going to be sitting down at Citricos, having dinner with my family, watching the fireworks at Magic Kingdom, and living my best life. And you've got 14 days, right, Taylor? Or right at?
No.
13.
I've got 12 days. 12 days.
Almost single digits.
Almost single digits.
Yeah. I know. You're envious. He hate us because he ain't us. He's drinking the Haterade or not drinking anything, and I'll drink to that. So, but no, Rick, there have been a ton of changes with Food and Wine, with new restaurants opening up, new seasonal drinks, and it changes constantly. There's always something new, always something on the horizon. I mean, where do you begin? It's hard to even pinpoint.
It's so big now. It's hard to keep up. I mean, if you're not there like every week, I think you can't do it all. I mean, there's new stuff all the time. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they've really discovered that, I think booze is very profitable, and there's plenty of drinking events. And now you have like the groups like the D3 groups and stuff that, have events, and they have mixology classes you can go to. And,
oh, wow.
They're bringing back, I know for a while, they're bringing them back next year, because Food and Wine used to have the, wine tasting, and you could go to mixology classes and beer classes.
Okay.
That's been away for a little while with COVID, and that's coming back next year too. So, yeah, it's all ramping back up. So I think it's impossible to do it all. It's just so much, you just gotta try to do as much as you can. That's a good thing.
It's a great problem to have, because we all have empty pockets, just like bottomless pits of endless credit, right? But no, where does one begin though? I mean, my thing is, because I'm current outside of my Bush League content that I keep spewing from this mouth and face of mine, let's go Food and Wine. Let's go Epcot, because there are some traditional drinks, like my favorite drink of all time at Epcot, and this is year round, Tipsy Ducks in Love in China. Nothing beats it. Or the frozen Kirin. I love that
Yeah.
those two drinks just are a given, right?
Yeah.
But with food and wine, what does one do? It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, and you can't do it all in a day. I mean, you'll, like you said, you'll be face down on the in the World Showcase. But what we've started doing is sharing items to get through the whole every booth, and maybe slip in a couple countries here and there, because if you try to do it all on your own, like you said, you'll be broke and you'll not make it. But
I don't know if we did that once when my oldest son was 2 and my mother went along with us before we were true Disney fanatics. Did that myself and passed out on the monorail back to the TTC. I never admitted that to you, Taylor. Never admitted that, but
you never admitted. I'm kind of ashamed.
You should be. You should be. I'm surprised you've lasted this long with me on the podcast. You haven't like spun off and done your own thing.
I know.
Oh well.
Yeah, but those 2 drinks in China are very good.
Yes.
I also there's another drink that I really like there, but I have a list of my non-beer drinks that I have something from the China booth on there. So I'll save that till we get to the list. So yeah, maybe something new.
Okay,
new you
cool.
can find in China. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay.
But I mean, I'm a beer guy, and I'm lucky enough to have been to Food and Wine many times. So I really now kind of just hone in on my faves, right? So instead of getting a taster there, I can get a full pour, and really enjoy it because I like it, and I know the food that I like and the beer that pairs with that. So I can tell you I have like my top Food and Wine suggestions this is for beer.
Sure. Oh yeah. Beer always number one.
So
yes, agreed.
My thing this year though is I would start at the beer wing at the old Odyssey building, because it's Muppet themed. It's really fun. They have all this, and if you're taking the kids, they'll get a kick out of it too. They have about 7 or 8 beers on tap. They have cider, they have wings, and they have some other food there. But it's just a big room with the Muppet themes, and you can get flights of beers, so you could start easy, get some flights. And they have 8 beers to choose from. So the beer wing in the old Odyssey building, you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Know exactly where you're talking.
Yeah, and it's Muppet themed, so it's a fun time, and kids will love it, and it's a good place to start. You can get a nice little flight, and before you go to the bigger drinks. So
one question for you: Have you had that pickle milkshake?
What is that like? Because I like most things, but I can't stand pickles. I hate pickles, so I'm not going to try it.
Rick, hey, I'm right there with you. I cannot stand a pickle either.
I was sitting there with somebody who had it, and they were like, "No, try it." I'm like, "No, I'm not trying it. I'm not going to." But I think it's a clever drink because anything people love or hate, it's perfect, right? You want those kind of drinks. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
If you get it, and let me know what you think.
Okay, I got you. I was the weird kid that drank the pickle juice before I ate pickles. So yeah, I'm that. Give me your brine.
So right from there, you can actually just hang a right in the Flavors of Fire booth. I love the Flavors of Fire booth. They have a great stout there. It's I'm gonna mess this up, but it's the Statutuck Brewing Company Bonfire beer. It's a nice stout with some bonfire. It's a real smoky flavor because of the bonfire thing.
Sure,
I love it because I love the beer by itself, but they have the corned beef, smoked corned beef with house potato chips. They put the corned beef on the potato chips with cheese curds, and they do have pickled onions on that. And a beer cheese fondue mixed onto it. So that porter with that goes really well. So that's one of my faves. And they also have an Impossible slider there, burger slider with a wasabi cream that has a nice kick to it. So the porter kind of pairs well with those things. So
look at this. Okay.
Flavors of Fire. If you're picking one, Flavors of Fire.
Right. You are stepping up your game, but I'm a little hesitant with the Impossible stuff. Like, how's the texture? Because it's always spicy.
Yeah,
because I know it not feel like they're compensating.
I was pleasantly surprised how good it was. Honestly, it's really, really good.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Nice. So you can get both and try it, or just stick with the corned beef. But that bonfire stout, really good. And then over at the American booth, they have a Goose Island beer called the Neon Beer Hug, which is new this year. This is new this year. It's
Okay.
really good. It's an easy drinking IPA with, like, they call it, with an electric bouquet of tropical and citrus flavors.
Oh, that's
So
right up
it's-
my alley. Mhm.
Yeah, it's really nice. And they have, if you haven't had it yet, they have a nice Italian hot beef sandwich there with shaved beef and some spice on it. So those
Ooh.
two things together go really well.
Dang, you.
Yeah.
Now, are you working for Disney? Are you like part of the experimental prototype community of tomorrow? Like, where's your card?
I feel like I should get I feel like I should be getting some comps at this point. I have to admit that.
You've got to. I mean, you are just. I mean,
At least
you're the Epcot sommelier. That's exactly who you are. You're
Yes.
the food and wine sommelier. That's who
at
you
least
are.
like a buy 10 beers get one free card or something. At least
Yes.
something. Yeah.
I think after talking to you just with Epcot, I think I'm going to cancel what we have dinner reservations for that night to just eat
What
snacks.
What did y'all have?
So much
What did y'all
good
have that
food.
night? Were y'all 4 chefs or where? Chefs
no,
de France, whatever.
No. So Chef de France is Saturday.
Oh, of course.
That
every
just goes
restaurant.
wrong with my evening.
He's white glove VIP tour guy. Yeah, he's that guy. You're like, make
Thank
way,
you, Brett.
move every. Great poop.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But no, I mean, I think we were supposed to eat at City Works or something like that. Where
Or
In
downtown
Disney
Disney?
Springs, right?
Yeah.
The Disney Springs, sorry. Yeah.
No, yeah.
so, but I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, they've got a lot of beers there to try.
They do, and
yeah.
I had my favorite beer of all time. It far better than Son of a Peach at RJ Rockers or at
Wow.
Brewery in Spartanburg. What are we talking
It
about?
is.
Which one?
It's the orange. It's their house beer down there at City Works.
Like a
Okay.
wheat, kind of like an orange blossom wheat beer. Maybe.
Yes. I,
Now, at City Works, is it a brewery itself?
I'm gonna find it because
No, it's just it's a tap house with, like,
It's just a tap house.
think,
Okay, like
like-
baseline. Gotcha.
but they probably have 70 to 80 beers on tap.
yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. You're bound to find something you like. I mean, if they didn't have
And
like,
it's also a good place to watch. Like, when they have TVs in there, if you want to see a sporting event, that's a good spot to catch a game or something.
well, between Virginia and South Carolina Cavaliers and Gamecocks football, that'd be the best place to commiserate and drink multiple beers
Yeah.
because you hate your life.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
regret even going to school there. But no,
So,
go ahead.
But my favorite booth,
Mhm.
booth is the Hawaii booth, because they have a really nice Kona Island IPA that's easy to drink. But I got to tell you, they have a pork slider there that is so
Uh-huh.
good.
Ooh.
It's so good. And
Oh man.
those two things together are the best. And they also have the
Oh, my
spam
God.
sushi. I don't know if you've had the spam sushi.
No. Is the Hawaii booth new, or it's been there several years? Because I haven't been to Food and Wine in 2
It's been
years.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So spam is real big on the islands because it can transport and they can keep
Yes.
it fresh over there. So they made a sushi out of spam, and it's actually pretty tasty. But the pork slider is the best. But paired
That's
with
it.
that Kona IPA, it's really, really good.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Yeah.
We know good beer up here because I'm only 45 minutes to an hour from Asheville, and so
Okay.
I've got that Sierra Nevada because I'm the Sierra Nevada brewery, the big time like head honcho brewery is maybe 50 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
And we used to go a good bit, but now with sports and everything that we have going on, hence why I had to reschedule one of our podcasts. My son apparently overbooked myself with Little League and whatever. But given that, we know good beer, and it's always nice to see, because I know there are sometimes you'll see Wicked Weed, which is Asheville based, but they got bought out by AB, and a lot of the smaller breweries around, at least various. I've had an opportunity to try with all the bachelor parties I've been on, hanging out with friends in Asheville, trying so many different styles of beer. And I know what I love, right? But if you had to, and I'm just going to put you on the spot here, Rick, because you're the alleged beer guy. No. Is there anything comparable to a Goza? Any Goza style, not at Disney Springs, because I'm sure you could find something like that at City Works, but anything similar to that style of beer? Because that is my absolute all-time number one favorite. I haven't found one yet.
You mean at Food and Wine or anywhere?
Or in general, anywhere in the parks. exclusively in the parks?
Boy, probably you'd probably find something close to it at the Brew Wing.
Okay.
But I don't. Yeah, there's probably not a lot of comps to that in Disney.
Sure.
But the Brew Wing does have a. Let me hold on just a sec here.
Yeah, sure thing, man.
I have the list of beers for the Brew Wing, so I was going to take a look at those real quick.
Yeah.
And, I have to tell you, how far are you from Greenville?
We're 30 minutes, 25 minutes. Yeah.
Because I have to spend a couple days down there, and
nice.
That is an awesome town.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, just beautiful. I couldn't believe it. That was my first time there, and it was just fantastic.
No, food wise, it's something like in the Southeast, like more restaurants per capita than like Atlanta or square mile compared to Charlotte. Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Something out of this world. Yeah. So, but no, Greenville's big city compared to us. We try to stay away because of traffic, because everybody wants to be there.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, family friendly. We like our Spartanburg.
Yeah.
But
so I pulled up the Brew Wing. They have a Sun King lager, a Brew Hub French Connection IPA, Three Daughters Brewing, a Three Daughters Brewing Old Fashioned Porter, which I haven't had. That sounds interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah. Blake's Hard Cider, Peachberry Hard Cider, Raspberry. Yeah, I don't see anything close to that. You got me on that one. I can't think of a comp to that one. That's a good question. I don't know.
Or even I'll do. See, I've got you. Look, you're on a mission. I've given you something to do, some homework. No. Or your favorite. I kind of shy away from the stouts.
Yeah.
I shy away from the stouts, but if it's something that I compare and it's a smaller portion of that stout, because I can't dedicate that much square space or space in my stomach, because there's just too much to try, too much to do.
That's what's great about the food and wine. You can get the small pours or the big pours, so you can just taste it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Share it with somebody.
Well, after America, so you said then you went to Hawaii. What else do you have after Hawaii? What would you recommend?
Well, those are my top.
Are those your top
ones? After that, Australia is really good. I mean, they basically have lagers there, but the food's really good. And also there's a booth across from Flavors of Fire. They have oysters, which are really good. I can't remember the name of it now. I think it's called Coastal Eats. It's Coastal Eats.
Okay.
And they have some oysters that are really good, and they have a nice lager to pair with that. But yeah, I mean, so I know that if there's anything new, I try to try the new stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Japan, they do have a dumpling, a chicken, like a spicy chicken dumpling in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good. Now, what I do there is I go over to the American bar and get a beer, because the Japan beer is just like, a lager. It's not great, but Japan and America are right next to each other. So I can get the dumpling and then go over to America and grab a nice beer at the outdoor bar there. So
there you go. Now
sometimes you got to mix and match.
You do. That's it. You got you diversify, right? That's what you got to do to win in this life. But no, we are. So with some of we're going to some classic restaurants that we've never tried before. Now, Taylor, I don't know if you've been to, and when I say Magic Kingdom, and I know they started doing more cocktails, and I think last time we talked, they hadn't actually rolled that out, and I may be wrong in referencing this, but I think we may have kind of like broached the subject of them introducing some cocktails at Magic Kingdom, but they only serve, of course, in the sit-down restaurants.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, we're doing Crystal. We're still.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing Crystal Palace.
Okay.
If I'm going to go to Crystal Palace, and you've been there, right, Taylor? Have you done Crystal Palace?
Yep.
Okay. Got you. So Taylor's going to get a nice warm glass of milk while he hangs out with Winnie the Pooh and the gang. I'm going to get a beer. I'm going to get probably anything bourbon-based. If I'm not going to get a beer, it's going to be bourbon-based. Anything whiskey, right? What should I get?
You got me on that one. I don't go to Crystal Palace because
he's above Crystal Palace.
No, that's not true. I did it when I had kids.
Oh, there you go.
So I don't go to the character meals anymore. I still have kids, but they're grown.
yes, exactly. Yes, because you mentioned you did the drinks around the world with your kids.
Yes,
several years ago.
Yep.
That's right.
So I don't So my go-tos in Magic Kingdom are the Skipper Canteen, the
Yes.
Plaza, we've done the Beauty and the Beast restaurant a couple times, and
Yes.
now Tony's too. You have beer if you want Italian food. Tony's has booze there too, and also the Liberty Tree Tavern. I have a friend that really likes that place, and it's
Yeah.
American fare, which we get
Yep.
the Sam Adams lagers and stuff there.
Yep.
But the best choices of beers actually at Skipper Canteen. They have a nice variety of beers there. So I haven't gone to Crystal Palace since you can have a drink there. So maybe I should try,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Try something new.
Hey, absolutely. But no, we're kind of doing new things that are, of course, character dining, family friendly. Have you been to Disney?
Yeah.
No, little things like that we are trying to just, like I said, diversify. But based on all that, for the first time, I asked him. Well, for the first time I talked to my wife in years. No, I asked Emily. I said, "Hey, every year, because when we went back in February for the Princess Half Marathon, we went back and listened to our first episode with you."
Yeah.
And we went down and like on the way down, we listened to your recommendations, wrote a list down. Em had her phone and she was like on the notes app on her phone, we're writing things down, Rick's recommendations. And I'm like, and we took all those to heart. We took those and had a great time. And if you put me on the spot and asked me, no, I would not remember. I am memory shot because of all the beer. But anyway, did I mention bar crawl? Bar crawl.
I just looked up Crystal Palace. They have Bud
Yeah.
Light, Mick Ultra, Blue Moon.
Yeah,
They have the Cigar City High Alive, which is one of my faves, but it's
that's good stuff.
It's an IPA. And then
Isn't
they have
that
an
a Tampa-based?
Yes,
Angry
Tampa Bay.
Orchard. Tampa Bay, right? Yeah.
And then they have a hard cider from Angry Orchard. So yeah, no, it's I love the High Alive. That's a good beer.
Yep, absolutely. But no, I asked Emily this time around. I said, "Hey, we'll have recorded by the time we go down there. We can go back and listen to it and do all that." And I said, "Well, how do you want to organize our snacks? Because we always plan everything to a T."
Yeah.
And we would, and based on, and everything, of course, is planned around dinner reservations and per park. And we don't park hop, not only to be more cost effective, but at the same time, just enjoy ourselves, take our
Whole
time.
experience. You get the day sunrise and the sunset. So it's
Exactly.
Yep.
But for the first time, she said to me, she goes, "We keep planning, we keep putting pressure on this, and then we can't pack it all in, like we said to begin with. This is the first time we're doing Disney with our family, and my parents, her parents, and our 3 kids are going. And Taylor does his mother, his mother-in-law, the whole shebang. And you've never had this many people at Disney together, right? With your youngest daughter, right, Taylor? This is like the greatest. So this is a brand new experience for you. But for the first time, and I'm going to recommend this to you, Taylor, because I think you already do this to begin with compared to us based on how we plan ourselves. But we have no agenda beyond like Crystal Palace, dinner reservations, Tusker House. We're just going to wing it. We just know that our resort day is that Thursday, the 9th, and we're just going to go. We're going to get up, do the pool. I'm going to leave. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying we have to have an itinerary.
Yeah,
if we don't have if we don't have an itinerary, then believe me, it'll be like I'm trying to get the speaker of the house, and nobody comes to my aid. Like,
true.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
True.
There's not a wrong way to do it. You're both going to have fun either way. But I'm going to tell you, I want to hear about your non-agenda trip, because I think sometimes you just walk into magic. Then you just, by not having the plan, you just discover things that you didn't think were going to happen. So, and mine are all unplanned now because it's adults and we're just kind of wandering around having fun.
That's it. And I asked Emily, and just within the vein of what you're saying, I asked Emily, I said, "How do you do it?" She goes, "Let's just have fun. Put no pressure on it." I went, "But we have to plan out our drinks. Are we going to go to Mexico? We're going to do this. Remember my Tipsy Ducks in Love, the brown elephant at Africa?" What? She goes, "No, we know what we like, but just go." There's no pressure. And I keep advertising. That's how I got my parents. Because they're like, "No, we're not going to step. No, we're fine. We're in our golden years. We're fine." I'm like, "Mom, Dad, shut up. Don't buy into that old person narrative. Come on, let's do it." And
they're just scared you're going to go commando on them. Yeah, they're scared.
Yeah, the lampshade.
Yeah.
lampshade on my head. Yeah, they've heard the podcast. They've seen me in person. So luckily, they didn't see much in college.
Hey, I found the beer at City Works. It's
okay. What is it?
The Orange Blossom Pilsner.
Ah, there we go.
I've had that. Is that from Crooked Can or?
That is from the Orange Blossom Brewing Company.
Okay.
Oh wow, local.
But it's orange and it's got honey.
Ooh, nice.
Now, Rick, I do have not a challenging question. It could be a challenging question because you gave us insight on he's frozen. I just like, Taylor, your face did this. You went, and you were frozen. I went, Taylor, okay, he's having a stroke. Oh crap! Call his wife's a doctor. Get her quick. I'll text her. I don't have her number. Oh well, he's screwed. It's a one-man show.
After tonight, she wouldn't probably help me.
Oh, that's good stuff. But Rick, I need to know because I know that I was I mentioned on a last episode, Em and I bought the bullet. Emily and I bought the and we booked a 7-day cruise on the Disney Treasure.
Oh, wow.
Next year. We're doing this. We're going to do the Haunted Mansion Lounge, all that. Can't wait. Taylor's.
You really like to kick a man when he's down.
I'm not kicking a man. You tried, but I understand. But given that, and this is like, we're not going to Disney for like 10 years after this trip, after this one, or I'll probably be there as one of the 999, happy haunts. It'll be number 1,000 after that trip. But no, but there basically, I was watching a video on the Disney Wish, trying to get some perspective. It's essentially copy paste of the same boat, but just different lounges, experiences, whatever.
Yeah.
But they were talking about 2 beers in the Star Wars Space Lounge or something. That you can only get the 2 beers, just like in Norway, just like you mentioned one in Galaxy's Edge. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the golden something.
There's 2 there. There's the Gold Squadron Lager.
Yes, that's it.
That you can get outside and inside Oga's. And then in Oga's, you can only get the Bad Motivator IPA in Oga's.
Just there. Only there. Yeah. My question is, go ahead. No, I was going to say, my question is, are there any new beers that are unique, or has anything changed? Have they expanded that? Because I'm always looking for that exclusivity.
Yeah, actually, no, there's nothing new. And in fact, I've lost one of my favorites because remember when we talked last time, I kind of ran through like unique beers like that are just for Disney. They had one in Pandora, and it was a Jasmine IPA. It was the Pandora Jasmine IPA, and you can only get it at a beer cart. Well, the beer cart, that they can't get the beer, and I've even bugged them about it a few times. But they're serving from the Elysium Brewing Company. They're serving their Space Dust IPA, which is a great beer, but it's not unique. But it's not unique to just that cart. So we lost the Jasmine IPA, and actually, no, they haven't had. There's no other unique beers that have come up. So that's and I enjoy those. That's awesome. You can only get them in one place.
Sure. Well, do you have any new? Because I've been seeing a lot of, because the bartender you recommended at I know at Dino Island, which is going to be RIP before we know it. Well, there's no timeline where they're going to demolish Dino Island and turn it into Encanto World, Indiana Jones World.
Yeah, but Jimmy at Restaurant. Restaurantosaurus.
Restaurantosaurus. That's it. And I got to meet Jimmy. Super nice guy. I was like, oh yeah, beer guy. He's like, yeah. And I got a picture with him, all that stuff. Super nice guy. Made great cocktails. We sat there for like an hour because it was scorching, even in February. Way too hot. But I didn't know. And there's another bartender that's kind of getting some notoriety at Space 220. Space 220. Chris. Okay. Yep. But are there any new bartenders that we need to look out for? Anybody that's really taken care of you? Because you said,
I'll tell you, there's the Oasis outside bar. If you go outside of the Indiana Jones attraction and turn to your left, and you're walking back towards Star Tours, right in the middle of that, there's the Oasis bar, and there's a nice guy named Kiva, Kiva. And he takes great care of you. He will talk to you and mix any kind of drink for you and take pictures with you. He is a great guy. He's a great guy, and it's just in an outside bar. It's not inside anything. So So he's interacting with people all day and making magic for those people. He's a really good dude.
That's awesome. That's really
He's
cool.
the latest. He's my new latest favorite person.
He's your new guy, because I know you mentioned like the 50s Primetime Lounge, which I never heard of until you mentioned, and I had forgotten. Actually, I didn't know there was an Oasis bar to begin with. I didn't know there was an Indiana. Is it Indiana Jones themed or?
No, it's just an Oasis. It's just an outside.
Okay, I got you.
Box bar. It's just Oasis, I think, because it's in the middle of nowhere. Like there's nothing around it.
Got
So
you.
I think it's just the Oasis bar.
True.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Does he have anything
the bubbly bartender in well, all the bartenders in Tune In are really cool, but the bubbly bartender, she has her own page there. It's called the Bubbly Bartender. She's really fun at Tune In Lounge. Yep.
Yeah. Well, little did we know, our favorite resort, it just popped in my head. Strangely enough, Jimmy, one of our favorite bartenders at Mardi Gras, the poolside bar at French Quarter.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed there past 2 times we've been stayed there, and we're whole crew staying at French Quarter again. I can finally say next week. But Jimmy's wife is one of the bartenders at that bar as well, because he asked us. He said, "Hey, nice to meet y'all. Where are y'all staying?" You know, he's just so personable, laid back. I said, "Oh, we're French Quarter." He goes, "Oh, well, my wife is da 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 da. She's normally there. You know, her name's." And I went, "Let me look at my pictures." And I went, tick, 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 tick. And I said, "We took a pic. Is this your wife?" He was like, "Hey, yeah, that's my wife." He said, "Yeah, she's always at Mardi Gras." So yeah, his wife is one of the, and she's so nice, making magic. So you say, I need to start saying that more often. Making magic. I love that. But yeah, that's awesome.
Even for us grown-ups, they're making adult magic, which is awesome. No, I find the bars, the pool bars, and those people, they're some of the best. Like
absolutely.
They're always it's relaxed, and they'll talk to you, and they're great. I love those people.
Now,
well, you're going to the French Quarter. Have you ever watched the piano guy at the
no,
Riverside?
Yeehaw Bob, right?
Yes.
No, I have not.
Okay, that you got to do, because you got to do that once.
Okay, tell me about it. I've seen videos here and there, and
we lost him.
I'm frozen. Good. Why not? I should be frozen. Let it go. Let this podcast go. Go ahead. No, you were saying about Yeehaw Bob, and about, like, I was asking you. I was trying to ask, but the internet said not today, son. But no, that experience. Like, what should I expect outside of like having a beer, having a drink?
It's just he's just a rousing good time. He's high energy and
oh wow,
banging the piano keys. He puts on a great show, and
yeah,
he gets the audience involved. So it's a really nice, relaxed lounge in there too, at Riverside, and it's a great time. It's a really fun time. He'll have fun with the kids too.
There you go. Em and I made the mistake of doing the Scat Cat Lounge. Our first time around, we went. We got there the day before our Tower of Terror 10 miler back in 22, and we weren't overserved, but we didn't leave there till midnight, and we had to get up at 3:30 to be on the bus by 4 to make it Epcot to run 10 miles through Hollywood Studios and all that fun stuff. Taylor, we're going on an adventure with Taylor. Where are we going, Taylor?
He's going through the cemetery.
To the garage for a second.
See anything spooky?
What?
Oh, I just saw him. He's mobile. He's mobile, ladies and gentlemen. He's mobile. Watch out now.
That's what's been fun about the D3 group, though, is that the different crawls they do. You get to they go ahead and tell the bartenders and stuff they have big groups coming. So, but then you get to hang with all the bartenders and really get to know them and stuff. So I've gotten to know those resort bartenders a lot better through the D3 group. They're a lot of fun. Yeah. And another great place is Bar Riva for the Skyliner bar beer crawl. As you get off at the Riviera Resort on the Bar Riva, that's a great spot. I love that spot.
Now Taylor is DCP, DDC, not DC. He wish it was DCP. No, DDC, and that's your home resort, right, Taylor?
Yes. So talking about that bar, actually, oddly enough,
let me get another beer.
During the hurricane last year, my mother and my mother-in-law actually went to Bar Riva at like 9:30. They closed at 10:30. They refused to serve them a drink.
Oh no! At 9:30?
And actually, I think it was more like 9.
That's
Refused
crazy.
to serve them a drink, and they were planning on getting a couple. And yeah, that was the night that Abbott, they had to go down to the. Remember my mom and mother-in-law went down and got that disgusting drink.
It was pure vodka, right? It was just like ice and vodka. It was
ice, vodka, and cucumbers or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, were they added? Well, it was Rick. It was during Hurricane Ian. He was down there, and I made a joke. Earlier in the summer. I said, "You know what? You're gonna," because I had an experience 2 years ago when we went. Because we always start at Magic Kingdom, end at Magic Kingdom, like every typical Disney family, and it rained the entire last day we were there. I had never seen. It was miserable. Because how many times can a person watch the Hall of Presidents in one sitting? Apparently 5. Because it rained all day. Now, luckily, it wasn't that cold. We were just that wet. Yeah. It rained all day, and of course, it stopped raining when we left. Exactly. That's exactly what you hoped she'd say.
I do have a magical story for you that's happened since the last time we were together.
Yeah, sure.
In February of this year, I was on a flight down to Orlando, and the folks next to me was a Southwest flight, so there was a seat open in the front row, so I kind of like jumped in the front row.
Yeah.
And on the way down, this lady was telling this other person what ride she was going to take her on, and we got to do the Guardians of the Galaxy. And, I chimed in. Of course, I chimed in because it was Disney. And I'm like, oh yeah, you got to do that. We start talking.
Yeah.
And we get along. We were talking for about an hour. And as we're getting off the plane, she goes, "Where are you going tomorrow?" And I said, "Well, I'll be at Hollywood Studios." And she said, "I'm a Club 33 member. So meet me at 11 o'clock. And I'll take you into Club 33 at Hollywood Studios." So, and it was really cool. We could take pictures, but we're not allowed to post any pictures.
Yes. Okay.
So, but they had specialty drinks. Each lounge has its own list of specialty drinks and beer, and they like know them all by their first name because there's a limited amount of club members. So that was very magical. That was in February this year. Just starting up a conversation on an airplane got me into Club 33. So, and for everybody that I know you guys probably know, but for people listening, the Club 33 is the private Disney clubs. They have one in each park that is a high entry fee price wise. And, but the cool thing, I didn't know this till I was talking to her. Like they don't have to wait for rides. I was like, they're like, "We're going over to, this ride now." And I'm like, "Oh, when's your time to do the lightning lane?" She's like, "Oh yeah, we don't do that. We just get on the rides." I'm like,
"Good Lord, bro,
essentially,
you're my new best friend." Yeah,
it's essentially like having a VIP tour, but I think you get 4 or 5 VIP tours per year.
You do.
You get that too. Why? In addition to your
yes.
Well, hence the price you pay.
So now I'm on a quest. To. I've been to the Club 33 in Hollywood Studios. Now my quest is to get into the other 4. The other three.
Yes. Or there's a 4th you never told us about. There's a hidden park. You said too much. You got to kill us now.
Well, I mean, I'm including the one at Disneyland. I got to get in the original Club 33.
True. Well, let me ask you, where is the main entrance to the one in Hollywood Studios? Where is that? I know where the one is at Magic Kingdom and in Epcot, but what about Hollywood Studios?
Hollywood Studios. So if you go into the Brown Derby,
yes.
Okay. And you would go right to go into the restaurant. If you go left towards where the restrooms are, you'll see an elevator, and the elevator has a little scan on it, like it says 33, and you like scan your wristband or your entry card, and the elevator comes down and gets you, and then it takes you up to the 2nd floor. So it's the 2nd floor of the Brown Derby.
I've got nothing.
Where's Animal Kingdoms?
Yeah,
they built a whole separate structure. So if you're walking past the Lion King show,
yes,
you go past it, like you're going towards Avatar. If you look up on your right, they built a whole separate structure there. It's across. You know where the restrooms are across? When you go past the Lion King, there's restrooms down there. Just look to your right, up in the bushes a little bit. They built this brand new structure. It's up in there. It's a structure by itself.
Abbott, one day I will take you there.
Taylor, that I'm not even going to try to step to that. Absolutely.
So it was.
mean,
I got to tell you, it was really cool, and it was really laid back. Like everybody in there was cool. It wasn't stuffy at all. Everybody was really nice, and the drinks were really good. And
I'm sure
it was fun. I got a challenge koi from there too, so it was fun.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! And here we are living vicariously.
My goal.
I mean that's incredible.
That should be our goal, Abbott. By the time that you turn 50,
in like no time, yes, I'll blink an eye.
In 8 years.
Yeah, 7.5, but sure.
Yeah,
counting.
By the time I turn 40 in 8 years,
sure,
we should become members of we should apply to become members.
I'm gonna say this to you now. I'm gonna wish in one hand, and I'm gonna, in
the other,
and I'm gonna exactly. And I'm not gonna hold you to that, but hey, I'd love to talk about it all day long. But yet again, Taylor, you're making magic for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taylor. Just like Rick, y'all are all the magic in this episode. It's incredible.
But
especially your club, that's awesome.
That was just somebody making it for me. I mean, we just got along on the plane, and she was like, "Meet me at 11 tomorrow, and we'll do it." So it was really cool.
Well, Rick, let me ask you this. Now, I did see an episode of, because of course, when you're ramping up, counting down the days, it's just like Taylor's mom. She's awesome. I've only met her I've FaceTime with her last time we were in the parks. We were in Norway at the eating our little breakfast right there at the Norway Pavilion before we went on Frozen Ever After. But no, I was watching, and you watch these YouTube videos, and whether it's a Disney YouTuber or just living vicariously through your Club 33 experience or anybody else's YouTube video, you watch nothing but Disney content to get yourself ramped up. But my question is, I watched one from Paging Mr. Morrow, right? And he did something at Mexico. Now, of course, you could tell that it was contrived. It's like, Mr. White is here. The two guys from Breaking Bad. I can't believe it.
Oh yeah, I saw them.
Did you see them?
Yeah, I wasn't there, but I saw them on.
Okay, but you saw them on social media. Perfect. Yeah. But my question is, how often, with the connections you make, with people you just randomly bump into, with everything that you have, and it's all for fun, social media, Instagram, and you have a big following. How often have you run into just some bigwigs, celebrities in the parks, just having a beer?
Yeah, a couple times the performers at the Eat to the Beat concert series. I've been able to talk to them, because they're hanging out, and they actually kind of backdoor them through rides before they perform and stuff.
Yeah,
so they get to do a lot of stuff. I've passed a couple people when they used to have the ESPN days there. The sports guys used to come off the set and talk to you. Carl Ravage and all those guys.
Oh wow!
Those guys were really friendly. We used to talk to them all the time.
Oh wow!
Now I think they do a really good job with VIPs and not really letting them in the general public. But,
yeah,
but you bump into a few people here and there. Yeah.
Okay. That is cool.
Yeah.
I do have one more question for me, because I have nothing but questions and I talk constantly. But no, you're seeing more and more, because you said at the beginning of the episode, you're like, Disney knows what they have. You said they only had like beer, maybe like Bud Light, Miller Lite, whatever, just maybe red wine, white wine, whatever. But you're seeing more and more of the not just Karens, not just Chads that are showing their asses. Pardon, kids, because they do listen here and there. But people just getting drunk and acting a fool. Have you witnessed people just doing stupid things that you just can't believe it?
I have, and it actually a couple of them. My last time walking out of Epcot, it was a really hot day.
Yes.
And to walk out, I passed probably a 65 plus person just like laying on the ground, passed out. That could have just been the heat or whatever,
Sure.
What I mean? But the medics were there and stuff. And
wow.
I did witness someone getting ill in Epcot the same day because it was so hot. People were overdoing it. And that's and when it's hot down there, you really got to be careful because you just
absolutely
it goes bad fast.
Yeah. Okay.
But that one day in Epcot recently, I had like 3 people on the way out that were either not feeling well or sleeping, passed out, or on the ground with medics. And it,
Wow.
you see medics run around, you takes away a little bit of the magic and everything. So
you're trying to escape reality. And
yeah,
my wife and Taylor's you're a chiropractor, fake doctor. His wife's a real doctor. Like I'm kidding. Taylor, that's how he and I became buddies. He helped me.
He probably makes more than both of us, though.
That 100%, especially if you know what I did. I do jack crap. No, I do this podcast. No, which makes nothing. No, no, kidding. No, but no. You don't want to eat where you whatever stuff like that. You want to escape. The Disney bubble is a real thing. You want to experience the magic. You want to spend time with friends. But when you see people like the guy that was dared in Italy to jump in the water, to jump in the lagoon right there, I could not believe it. Or somebody on my favorite ride, because I always fall asleep on it, and I regret falling asleep on it because it's just lulls you to sleep it's so cozy. It's so just laid back, living with the land.
Oh yeah.
I fall asleep on that ride every time, even as a kid. Every time. I take energy. I'll drink a Gatorade. I'll chug coffee just to wake myself up out. But people getting off that ride and grabbing a cucumber, a tomato. I mean, come on. I didn't know if you had ever witnessed anything like that. People, I don't know. Yeah. I've never seen anything like that, but
I do think there's more. We're seeing a little bit more of it, but fortunately for the most part, with all those people there, it doesn't happen. I don't see it that often. And I know the guy that jumped in the water in Italy got banned for life. So, I mean,
good. I mean,
yeah, as he should. I mean, that's just dumb.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just going to go on record. Jollywood's night, Abbott Stags will be the next one banned for life.
How do you see? Okay, Taylor. Put your money where your mouth is. How do you see this? If you're gonna go big, go all out, go big or go home, right?
Yep.
But no, how is this gonna pan out? This hypothetical thing.
Well, I know that you like to take some CBD gummies.
Okay, I told him one story. I tried a Delta 9.
And I'm gonna bring recommended. I'm going to bring one to you.
Rick, never do it. Never do it. You will never be the same. You'll end up like me. You'll look in the mirror and regret every day. You're like, oh my God, I still have to look at this face.
I'm going to bring one to you the night of Jollywoods.
Yep. That's a big old hard pass, a big old no, my friend.
You're not even going to know. I'm going to give it to Emily, and Emily's just going to give it to you.
I have to drive. Emily hates driving anywhere. I'm the captain of the boat. I'm the captain of the ship. I have to drive back. Looks like, give me your gummies. I'm ready. Let's do this thing. No, I'm kidding. No, no.
It was like an Uber night.
Yeah, apparently. Rick, I haven't met. Go ahead.
No, I do have to say, when they released the food and drink menu for Jollywood, it looks really cool. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how you're going to get it all in. There's a lot going on, so
it's going to be impossible. And Em told me, Emily, one more. She said to me, she goes, I know there's a lot going on, and we're dressing up. We're, to the nines, flapper, classic, roaring 20s, Great Gatsby, the whole 9 yards. Nice. But Em said, she goes, I just want to ride the rides. I'm like, we're going to Hollywood Studios that Friday. That Friday. What are you talking about? We're going to Oga's at 10 in the morning.
That's what we're doing.
We can get a reservation.
That's what we're doing, because apparently it doesn't start until 8.
Yeah.
8:30 to 12:30.
So
you can get in as early as 7.
We're going to be in the park at 4 for our reservation.
Yep. You're going to Mama Melrose.
Yeah. And so from 4 or from 5:30 until 8:30, we're just going to do rides.
Yeah.
Rides.
Because they've got like a jazz band in the Brown Derby and all kinds of, a Christmas jazz band and stuff. All that's going to be awesome.
Think, Rick, let me ask you this. Do you think there will be some famous people?
Oh, yeah, because it's a new party. They've never had that party before. So, everyone's going to be doing that.
And apparently they're going to be filming. That's one thing found out last night. Apparently they're going to be filming the ABC Disney Christmas special November 11th and 12th.
Oh, wow.
But is it going to overlap with, I would imagine, Jollywood Nights, but
You
would they
think
do
you
that
would
with a
have to have
first-time
something.
thing? Say
But
it again?
I think they will. I think they'll flash over for some, because they want to advertise it. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll flash over there for sure.
Now Taylor's going to be much more camera ready because he's going to have his beautiful daughters with him, his mother-in-law. He's going to be the only man in a sea of women. He's going to look like the man of the year.
And Abbott is going to look like a bumbling fool.
An absolute bush-leagued
with his
chump.
gummy.
With my dumb beard, because I do the Disney beard. Yeah, with my gummy. Look at this gummy. Hey, I'm so crazy. No, I've got this dumb beard. I grow the Disney beard when with the kids when we do the family thing. And actually, I grew it too early, and it got too crazy, and it got too big, and it was like, this is disgusting. You have to trim it down. It got gross.
Are you going to just cut it all the way off?
When we're done with Disney, it's gone. It's just.
No, you should do it before Disney.
No, it stays. It's a Disney tradition for my family. I grow the beard. The
You're
kids are like,
you're not playing Major League Baseball in the playoffs. Come on. You're not.
And you are doing the dress up for Dapper Dan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm accustomed to it. I'm lazy. Okay, fine. I'm lazy. There you go, Taylor. Give me the edibles. I'm the guy that sleeps on your couch and eats all your food because I did hear making edibles.
Shave the nut tickler off.
So that what's happening? This podcast took a turn. You're not even drinking beer.
I did hear in the last episode you telling the gentleman about the beer gets kind of nasty at certain points.
It's true. Very true with Marco. Yeah, this is true. That it does have a tendency to kind of your flavor saver, so to speak. Let me hold your beer for you. Soak it up in the beer and then bring it back out when they need their refill. No, that's gross. That's just nasty.
Hey, so I thought a fun thing to do, because last time I was on, I gave you like my top 5 beers that are hard to find. And although beer is my fave and my I hang my hat on, obviously there's more to Disney for me, and I sample all the other stuff too. So I thought I'd give you like my top 5 non-beer cocktails. Yeah. How's that sound? And you may have had some of these, but so the first one is actually from the China booth there, the Joy booth, the Joy Tea booth, where you get your drinks.
Yes.
But there's a unique drink there called the Cantaloupe. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I do not know this. Never heard of it.
Okay. It sounds weird, but it's actually really refreshing and not overly sweet. But it's just cantaloupe juice and vodka. And they add a little something else into it, but it's really a nice drink. It's not overly sweet. It's almost refreshing. So it's very unique to that booth. So you're already at that booth a lot. So at least get one maybe to share with somebody. You'll like it. If you like cantaloupe, you'll like it.
Growing up, my mother, you would have thought she worked for the Cantaloupe Society of the United States, because we always had fresh cut cantaloupe. My mother would say, "Eat your cantaloupe. You can't leave the room until you." So I do have an aversion to the fruit itself, but anything that is involved with said libation or spirit, I'm all for it. And absolutely.
It's got a great name, the Cantaloupe. It's a great name. So give it a try.
I like it. Yeah, absolutely. I like it. Cool.
So you may have had this at Trader Sam's Grotto, but they have a drink called the Spice. And I'm a bourbon guy too, like you.
Yes.
A lot of these are going to have bourbon in it, but they have the Spice Island there. It's the Knob Creek Disney Select Single Barrel Reserve Bourbon.
Ooh.
And then they have a St. Elizabeth Allspice Dram and Orgeat, which is an almond flavor and pineapple juice. And
wow.
It's a really good drink. Has a nice little flower on top, but it's really, really a fun drink. So next time you're at the Grotto, pick up one of those. They also sell it outside on the patio too.
Okay, that's right. You can get them on the patio. I'm gonna leave my family. I'm gonna go to Tambu Lounge, have a drink, go downstairs, stay in line, get on the list, and they'll text you when you're ready. Yep. And I'll probably go back to Tambu Lounge and wait another hour or two, because I'm going to tell my wife. She's like, "So where are we in line? Did you get reservations?" This line is out the door. It's all the way back to the monorail. it's going to be a while. You and the kids might as well stay back in the French Quarter. Sorry, I got to go. Somebody's trying to skip line. Somebody's like, "Sir, do you want a straw with that drink?" Say it again.
Can you repeat that again? I didn't get that clearly.
So the drink that I had at Trader Sam's was I had like the classic OA, you know, they like stab in the zombie and the pearl. So all the classic stuff. We didn't venture out too much, but now that we've done it, easily doing that next.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And if you're a bourbon guy, so it's called the Spice Island. You'll dig it. So one of my favorite take a beer break drinks at Hollywood Studios is at in Toy Story Land, the Woody's Grown Up Lemonade. I don't know if you've had that.
No, never heard of it.
Oh, okay.
No, I know nothing.
So in the Toy Story area, you know the Woody's lunchbox where you can get the tacos and all that.
Yeah.
Right. So they have a Woody's Grown Up Lemonade, and it's really good because it's not too tart, it's not too sweet. It's really good. So it's like it's 3 olives, black cherry, vodka.
Ooh.
It has lemonade. It has some sugar in it. It has some from freshly squeezed lemon juice and some frozen cherries. But it is refreshing. It is really good.
Man.
And it goes well with those tachos there too, which is an awesome meal.
Wow.
No, but the Woody's Grown Up Lemonade, try it.
Woody's Grown Up Lemonade. I'm right.
I had no idea because I'm the idiot that goes to the beer cart because we've got our Pop-Tarts from Woody's lunchbox, right?
Yeah.
And I go, I need a beer. It's hot. And I just get like the 24-ounce Bud Light. And I'm like, no one knows any better. I'm such a Disney insider.
Yeah, no, it's good.
But that stuff.
When I'm, after I've left Baseline before an Ogre's Reservation, before being, it's a good in between refresher.
Awesome.
But Woody's Grown Up Lemonade, get that. It's really,
absolutely.
Really good.
Such good stuff. Man, this is a good episode.
So, and then at the Steak 71 Lounge or the restaurant, they have if you're coffee guys, you got coffee guys?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. God.
Well, they have a curious cold brew there. And this thing is so good. It's Maker's Mark bourbon, Joffrey's coffee, cold brew, and it has maple and vanilla bean cream. And it is so good. It is
repeat that again. Just for anyone that got tripped up or has like internet issues like we always do.
Yep.
Repeat that again. Taylor, are you writing this down?
Steak 71 bar or restaurant.
Yes.
It's called the Curious Cold Brew.
Yes.
Okay. Maker's Mark bourbon, Joffrey's coffee cold brew, maple and vanilla bean cream. It's really good.
That's the one. I'm just gonna kick I'm gonna run through the wall like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, give me that drink. That's it. That's all. I'm sold. That's everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
You'll really like it.
Oh my gosh.
If you like bourbon, if you like coffee too, it's really good. And it's not overly sweet. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like overly sweet things, so this is it's not overly sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And then another one I love, and when I go into Oga's, I always start with this before I switch to beer. But I always start with the jet juice. I don't know if you've ever had the jet juice.
It's kind of a smaller portion.
Yes.
We have had jet juice. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very strong.
Yep. Yeah. It's Maker's Mark bourbon. It has a chili liqueur, gives it a little spice.
Yes.
White grape juice, lemon juice, and another liqueur. So yeah, it's small but mighty. And I always start with that, and then I'll switch over to a bad motivator, but beer.
Okay. Nice.
But the jet juice is really good. And as a runner-up, if you're ever in the Enchanted Rose, they have a seasonal old-fashioned.
Yes, we have that. I forgot what version it was of it, but and this guy, the bartender, was from right outside of Savannah. No, the Golden Isles, like New Brunswick, Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Get towards like Jekyll Island, out that St. Simon's Island. And he heard my accent. And he goes, where y'all from? And I said, well, I'm South Carolina. I'm just up the road a little bit. He goes, man, I'll be right back. And he didn't say his name, didn't introduce himself. Of course, I could see his name tag. And I just said, hey, he goes, I hear your accent. He was just being nice. He came back, and it wasn't a full bottle of champagne at Enchanted Rose. We had never been. And he brought us like a small, just like a half size bottle of champagne and a bucket of ice and went,
Nice.
because not just the fact that you're from where you are who you are, whatever. He goes, the fact that y'all just seem so laid back in the fact I'm from Southern Georgia, you're South Carolina. He made reference to that, and he goes, but the fact that I had a guy that was up here, we remade his drink 3 times. We did not change it, and we showed him, and the guy just walked out on the tab.
Oh,
refused, drank half the first, and he was like, the guy just gave us absolute crap. And he said, I shouldn't be talking to this on the job, but he goes, I'm the head. He said he was like the head bartender. He said, I'm a mixologist. This is what I do for a living. And he goes, thank you so much for being so kind and just being nice.
Yeah.
He goes, I thought y'all could use this, and gave us a small bottle of champagne, served it to us, and made all these recommendations. It was incredible. And I had that old fashioned. I don't know what version it was, but it was the absolute best old fashioned I've had today.
Any version is so good. It's such a great
incredible.
Yep.
Okay. Absolutely.
I mean, that brings up something that maybe people don't know about. Because I try to do this when you get service like that on the app, on the Disney app, you can enter a cast compliment.
Oh yeah.
The cast compliment. And I know from my daughter doing the Disney college program that if they got compliments, it was a big deal for them. They get a lot of, their managers always point out when they get compliments. And it used to be when she was doing the program, somebody would have to write a compliment and give it to somebody. But now you can do it right on the app. Just search cast compliment. You can just pick. It's real easy. Just location, the name of the person, and boom, and it gives them a lot of credit. So I always try to remember to do that.
That's a good deal. I knew that, but I always forget. And I could have easily done more, but yeah, that would have been that absolute. My time to shine. I dropped the ball. You got to get Bush League move. Bush League out.
I'm just bringing it up because
Thanks, Taylor.
He takes things hard, doesn't he? I was just bringing it up.
Have y'all been in cahoots behind the scenes, like texting each other, like, here, let's give him a slide. Let's do a back-ended, make him really feel like crap.
No, that's why I bring it up, because I don't think a lot of people know about it. So
They don't. That's a good idea. We're going to make it a point when we hit the parks and when they make magic. Absolutely, next time. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are a few non-beer beverages that I really enjoy. But yeah, you'd like all of those for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sold on I've had the seasonal old fashioned, but I'm sold on that Steak 71
Curious cold
coffee
brew.
drink. Curious cold brew. Oh my God. Now, what about the cold brew? It's got you can have it spiked. Oh gosh. And I knew the name, I researched it, saw it, and of course it's leaving my brain like most things. But no, it's that cold brew that has the Cocoa Puffs.
In the Star Wars.
Star Wars that has the Cocoa Puffs in the top.
Yep.
But you can get it spiked. What is that like? Have you had that? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I would say it's a good treat to try.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not as good as like that Curious Cold Brew.
Sure.
But it's really fun. I mean, it's fun. It's tasty, and it's not overly sweet, which I like. And but it's good. It's good. I have had it a couple times, and it's fun to get. But I wouldn't say it's the best thing around, but it's good.
I got you. Okay.
Solid. It's solid.
It's good for your status quo.
Yeah.
Not for the connoisseur of beer or bourbon that I am, and the Bartles and James representative that's on his phone right now. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you want a Capri? Yeah. Taylor's more of a fan of the Capri Sun, the vintage, like July 2023.
No, the best thing that is non-beer related at Disney, in my opinion, or not the best, but one of the better things is the French frozen, not a margarita, I guess. Maybe it is. There's a slushy at France.
Yeah, they have the orange and the lemonade versions.
Yes.
Yep. I'm a lemonade. I love the lemonade.
The lemonade stuff.
Gosh, yes.
Yep.
And I don't know how they do it, but the ice, the little shaved ice they have in there, just kind of melts in your mouth.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
It's really good. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, Rick, the one thing I'll leave you with is my mother-in-law. My my in-laws, they've been going on trips. They're both retired finally for the first time in ever, and they've gone to Ireland. They did the UK. They did one trip exclusive to Ireland. Went to Italy last summer.
Nice.
But the one thing she discovered about herself, my mother-in-law, she never listens, of course, and I may reference this like, "Oh, your cute little podcast that your friends. That's great." Okay, Rose. Anyway, but she is a Scotch fanatic.
Okay.
And I don't do Scotch, but she had the Scotch flight at Rose and Crown.
Yes.
The Scotch flight. It was incredible.
It is good. I've had it there, and I'm like you. I'm not a big Scotch. It's a little earthy for me. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a little earthy for me or something. But but the Scotch flight there was good. I enjoyed that. Yes.
So, but given all that, I tell you something. Well, Rick, I think that's pretty much everything we have. You've given us a plethora. You've given us.
I'm not going to ride any rides. I'm just going to be drinking and eating.
You're going to be weekend and it's going to be like a whole weekend at Bernie's situation. Your kids are going to have to prop you up on that ride. I want to see that photo house. Give me your password. I need these pictures.
Yeah.
See, Taylor does a good job with Photoshop. And he likes to take my face and put it on various interesting characters. I'm not trying to cue you up, Taylor. That's not a cue up for you to change your background.
I'm not going to do anything.
You're doing it right now. I'm totally not doing it. I'm totally not.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, Pee Wee Herman. I know you are. I know you are, but what am I? See,
I'm not doing anything right now.
Look at this crap. What is this crap? The guttural laugh from Rick. Just the genuine. He's like.
Is he going to be joining us, Abbott, for Jollywood's night?
Jollywood nights? I hope so. His name's Blaine.
Okay. Yeah.
He wears his sweater vest is a little tight at times, but it's soft and comforting, and he has strong hands. Nothing you ever provided me, Taylor. So whatever. It's called jealousy. Rick, things got weird at the very end. I'm so sorry. He is just jealous. See, jealousy. Yeah, he hate us because he ain't us. Drinking that haterade.
Guys, I have to say, I look forward. I know it's going to happen at some day that we're all going to be in the park together having a drink. That's going to be a lot of fun. We got to do that. So
yes.
Oh, we're prioritizing. And I've reached out to you the past few times because Taylor, he ghosts everybody. I tell you, he'll make a funny meme of you and then just kind of hit the road. He'll gaslight you. No, I'm kidding. You will not. He'll be there. I think he will. But no, I think we reached out to you back in February.
Yeah, I think we just missed each other. Yeah,
we just missed each other. But we are going to go back in. We signed up for the springtime surprise race weekend. We're doing the Hakuna Matata 10-miler. Nice. So I think that's April 21st of next year.
Okay.
So we're going back that weekend.
Great.
So
great.
Putting that out there, but giving up Taylor, the wheels are turning. You can still sign up for that 10-miler. I don't think it's booked.
I'm seriously considering it.
Just come by yourself. If your bride's not going to come,
I have friends that run, and I'm really good at rooting them on.
That's it. With a beer. With
a beer in that hand. Celebrating their medals afterwards. I'm good at that.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Support. You need support too. So.
But
thanks, guys. I really enjoyed it as always. That's so much fun. Have a great trip. You guys are going to have a blast. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We will report back. We will tag you with Benny, and any beer that I have, you are tagged in it. You're going to be with us via social media. You're going to be with us regardless. I'm going to tag you every step I take. That's like 22,000 tags.
I want to see everything you're drinking. I want to see it all.
Oh,
Woody's Lemonade. You get the Woody's Lemonade because I know you'll be over in the Toy Story area. So I know you can get that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm down.
Awesome.
I'm down. Sweet. Yeah, man. All right. Well, hey, thanks for just bringing your A game and yet again bringing your B game, actually your beer game. See what I did there? B for beer.
Nice.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, that's really not the way you want to leave an episode. Rick, have a good one.
Yes, thank you, Rick.
Thanks, man.
Later.
All right, I'll see you later.
Thanks, man. Have a great trip.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you, man. Bye.